Oh, g'day guys, how you going? I'm out at Kevin's place again today. Last time I was out doing part of his property, he come over and said that there was a few back in this rose bush, and now I've done this rose bush before, and I think the last time we did it we got, I can't really remember, it was between 15 and 25 some, but it was over 15. And I told him, I said, oh, look, I'll leave it for a month or so and then I'll hit it again. But when I spoke to him last time, he said there was quite a few back in there. Now I suspect a lot of them are going to be young ones, but I said I'd throw the ferrets through again and just try and clean a few out of it. Storm doesn't even look to be pregnant, so I nearly brought her out today, but I thought, oh, just in case I'll wait another week, but she's not going to have any. I left Fang and the General at home, as well as Willow and Sally. Willow, Sally, Lagatha and Trixie are at home. Alright, let's get out. I'm pretty keen, Grace. Put Chewy back. Have a look who we got here. Grace and Jess. Let's just put them through first. Might actually start them in the middle. I can hear it. Oh, it's a bird. Straight down. Grace didn't go down, she walked around here somewhere. Alright, so I've got the long net all the way around. This time I put it on the other side of the driveway. Last time I ran it on this side and it was getting hooked up in the bush. So you learn, don't you? Also got the fishing rods in the car. I'm not going to do much of the ferreting today. I'm going to probably do this one and maybe one other burrow, and then I'm going to shoot out and do a bit of fishing. But you'll notice that when Mixo's around it, that they're harder to bolt. You can still get them to bolt. Oh, I can hear Ferret's got one somewhere. Oh yeah, he's got one all right. It's right in the middle of the bush. Dogs can't get it either. So that was there goes Jess. So that was Grace that had that one in there. I just seen Jess here. So the one that was squealing in there would have been Grace. Oh yeah, she's killing it. I can hear it's on its death rattles now. But I suspected that. I knew there'd be a lot of young ones in here. Oh, there's a big one. Ran around and back into the bush. Oh, maybe on that one. All right, okay, all right, mine. Geez, they're fat, these rabbits. Oh yeah. Tess right behind it, actually Grace. Come on. She's looking for it. It's already gone, girl. Actually, that was Tess. There's Grace. She's killed that one above ground now, left it. Now she's looking for more. Might just get Tilly out as well. Hope I brought it. Pretty sure I did though. Yep, there's Tilly. There you go, Till. So 5 ferrets with me today. Must be Tess, is it? Yeah, it's Tess. I don't want to drop them all in yet. So we got Tess, Tilly and Grace. And I left Fang at home too, Fang and the General as well. I did have Spike and Rip out for a run the other day. I didn't film it. It's a race. Back down. Ooh, there goes one. Ooh. Came out. Just chased that out. Came out, ran back in here. If they start doing that, I'll drop in a couple more ferrets. Yeah, Jess. That's the trouble. So many holes in this burrow, like they're everywhere. They come up underneath the bush, and then they'll sit there until the ferret spots them. When you've got a lot of ferrets in, they get sick of getting chased all the time and they run. I can hear them running under the bush. Dog can hear them too. A lot of activity in here. Oh, there's one. You chase that out. Hoo, 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 hoo. Get him, get him, get him. Good, Kev. How you going, mate?
Round in circles on you when you go that way. They shoot
Yeah.
these holes back.
Oh, you put enough ferrets in, they get sick of running around in circles.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
How
Well,
you been?
yeah, pretty good. No complaints. I'm always good, mate. I just never seem to get sick. I'm pretty consistent, mate. All right, mate. Mine. Ooh. Yeah, I lost the ferret out here.
I reckon you might have. I seen you come back.
Yeah, a few times, yeah.
Did you get
But
it in the end?
nah, hawks would have got it, I reckon.
Yeah, right.
But the first one I've lost in years, mate.
Which one was it?
Chase.
Oh, right.
The only pink-eyed girl I had, and I really liked her too.
Yeah.
So, you know, some of them you get attached to, but
Yep.
the shame. I stopped and spoke to a couple of the neighbours and said, "Oh, look, if she turns up, she's friendly." So just, but after they've been in the wild for a week or two,
Yeah, right.
they can get a bit nippy, you know. But anyway, yeah, I gave your mate them 2 ferrets. Oh, as you know,
Yeah,
as you know.
bought that.
So they'll keep me out of trouble. He'll give him something to do.
Something to do, yeah. All right, I better fix this.
All right, Kev. Fixing a pump, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you later. Enjoy the day. Oh. All right, mate. Pete. Zip. In and out. Seen big one come out there in there. So the ferrets have got them moving. Nice bolt hole there too. Haven't got any little ones yet. I thought it'd be full of little ones. There's a lot of really nice sized rabbits around now. They've been breeding all year, so. But a lot of 3/4 growings, and they're beautiful to eat. They're just over half grown, they're real nice. Fix this net up. Dog can eat something. All right, what I'll do now is I'll add these other 2 ferrets. I can hear it. Sounds like the dog's got it. Yep. Good dogs. Mine. Pretty tangled up, mate. Let's see. There's another one. I'll just kill this one first. Alright, look there. Good boy, good girl. Mate. Like this, 3/4 grown, they're beautiful. Grace. She's getting old. Zip's getting hot. Bit of shade. Chewy and Tess. Alright, 5 ferrets down. Jess and Tess, Grace, Chewy and Tilly. I know there's kits in here and they're going to have to kill them if they're not bolting. I'm not expecting like big numbers out of here like last time, because I did it, I think it was just over 2.5, 3 weeks ago. So these ones have moved in since then. Not that I would have got them all the first time, but now we're just cleaning up what we left behind, and plus the new ones that have moved in. There's another one. That's so you had a couple of ferrets, mate, bang, straight away. Good dogs. Good dogs. All right, mate. This one's got, I'll show you, it's recovering from Mixo. A little bit, but it's recovering. I didn't scratch me. Oh, something going on there with the zip. Another one. Look at the ferret looking for it. There's the ferret looking for it. Dot, 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 dot. Oh, she's found it now. She's found it. Chased it out, now she's going back. Oh, see the hawk? See the ferret heard the hawk then ran back down. Natural instinct, it's amazing. I don't see all that well, ferrets, but geez, they can hear good. Big one, this one. A lot of nice big rabbits in here. Wind's starting to pick up. Yeah, amazing when to see that. Like that ferret's probably never would never have seen a hawk, and yet when it whistled, the ferret took off back towards the burrow for protection. So it's, see how their natural instincts are still, and that's what that is, that's just an instinct. Very good hearing ferrets, most of them. Black-eyed whites, when you breed them, if you continue to breed black-eyed white to black-eyed white, they are susceptible. It's called Wierenberg syndrome. And what that is deafness in ferrets. If you introduce polecat into the line once every third generation, it almost eliminates the possibility that they'll get it. But you know, if you're breeding black-eyed white to black-eyed white over numerous generations, you're opening yourself up for your ferrets to be extremely susceptible to deafness. It's funny how you don't see it much in the pink-eyed ferrets or the polecats, because that's how you eliminate it. You introduce, usually I bring in polecat into the black-eyed white line, which is what I've done this year. Or I'll take a black-eyed white out of a polecat litter. Occasionally you'll have polecat to polecat, and I'll throw a black-eyed white ferret. I like to get them if I can. Like this year, Trixie and Lags, both got bred polecat to polecat. Now, because there's black-eyed white genes in Trixie's line, if she has a black-eyed white Jill, that'll be the first one I grab. And for that reason, that's the main reason. So just a bit of information for you guys. Look it up, Wierenberg ferrets, Wierenberg syndrome. Don't ask me to spell it, but it's got a Y in W, might be W-Y, Wierenberg ferret. And you can have a bit of a read about it, just Google it. I talked to a lot of ferreters and never even heard of it. But a lot of, I told them you probably had deaf ferrets for years and you wouldn't even know. But you can test them. I test all mine when they're young. Have I come across deaf ferrets? Very rare. I think I've seen probably 1 or 2 in 20 years. And before that I wouldn't have even known anyway. But it's just something to be aware of, you know, and if you can avoid something, even though it's not particularly common in your line, you know, it's always good to avoidance is always better than cure. So if you know something exists and you can, you know, just bring a bit of polecat blood in, if you've got access to it, to eliminate the risk factor, why wouldn't you? See, now they'll be killing these kids. As these ferrets start coming up now, I'll start to pick them up. Because it's warming up though, mate. I think about 5 minutes after I got here, I had my jumper off. Well, look, something going on here. Ferrets will be killing one above ground, the dog can hear it. But they're rose bush, they can't get in there to get it, it's that thick. Can't see it. But you notice now all the activity is stopping. But the ferrets aren't showing their head, so they'll be killing the young ones. And it'll be, look, there have to be a bunch of them in here. Because at the moment they're everywhere. There's 2 ferrets. Good girl. Jess. That's Tess, her sister. Good girl. That's a good girl. Had a good run, didn't you? You had a good run, didn't you, little girl? Good girl. I'll give you some water. Let me get you some water. Brought the fishing rods and the tackle rods. Fishing rods are in the back of the car. Or the back and the front. Alright, so they got plenty of water. A bit down for the dogs. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 so far. Come on, another 2 will make it an even 10. Grace. She's such a bloody good ferret. She slowed down, like her in her prime, mate. She was something. She would work burrows that normally you'd take 2 or 3 ferrets. She'd just work it and work it to death. She's slowing up a bit now. Like me, slowing up a bit. And age is like, you know, it's always about perspective, isn't it? Some people say, oh, you know, like 60 years old is not old. 60 years of age isn't old, depending on what you've done during that 60 years. If you spend 60 years in a building trade and worked hard, at 60, you're going to have a few problems. Let's just say that you'll have bad knees or a bad back or arthritis here. And if you sat on an office and done nothing for 60 years, you'd probably be obese and got diabetes. But other than that, you're probably in good shape. So yeah, it's always about perspective. People always use the best of something as a reference, you know, like, oh, look at this guy, he's 80 years old and he's still doing such and such. But that's not the norm. That's not, you know, you can't take one person. You've got to look at a percentage of people from that age bracket over a vast amount of different occupations and then make an assessment. And let me tell you, mate, that's how I look at things. And when I look at people and talk to people that are, you know, 60s and 70s, a lot of them have different issues. You know, it's only the people in their 50s that say, oh, you know, this and that. But all right, wait till you get to 60, wait till you get to 70. See, you may have a different perspective. That's the thing about age, isn't it? It brings a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom, if your mind's open. Alright guys, not a lot of action now. I'll pause this camera for a bit and get back to you. I don't know what happened then. Fleet must have spotted one. I just picked Grace up just then. She didn't want to get picked up, but I picked her up regardless. Come and have a drink, old girl. You got water in there. There's Kev. I don't know how he's got a jumper on, mate. It's bloody boiling. Look, Zip, over here, you. Have a drink. Have a drink. Good girl. Have a drink, mate. It's Tilly and Tess. Come on, Tess. Oh, it's Tilly. Back down. Here's Chewy. He's going, I'm not coming out yet. Here's Tilly. Good girl, Till. Good girl, Tilly. And have a drink. So I don't think we're going to get too many more out of here, guys. I'm just going to pack the long nets up, shoot down to the river, do a bit of fishing. I was going to do another burrow, but back down. But it's getting too warm. So I'll find a nice shady tree, get the chair out, sit back, throw the rods in, and take in the beauty of this country. Listen to the orchestra of nature. Get him, Zip. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, dogs, mine. 3/4 grown, beauty, no mixo at all. It's only Chewy and Tess left in. This rabbit's been running around in circles for a little while. So that's 10 we've got out of there now. You're not going to complain about that, are you? Get here, set up a couple of long nets, throw in a few ferrets and get 10 rabbits. Here's Chewy. No way, he doesn't want to come out. Just seen Chewy in here. Have to keep walking around because I can't see both sides. Ferret doesn't take long if he gets out and goes for a bit of a run. Doesn't take him long to slip away. I mean, you'll see him if you're moving, but if I stand on one side of the bush and don't pay attention, they can slip away from you. Oh, there's another one. Still pushing him. Good boy. Get him. Oh, good. Get him. Oh, well done. Good job, Fleet. Good boy. Good girl. Good dogs. All right, mate. Another 3/4 grown. No mixo. That's looks like he's had it and got over it almost completely. You can see the remnants of it. A bit of a pile of rabbits now. You're still pushing them, mate. he's far from done. They got a lot of stamina, them cut bucks, haven't they? Like they just go and go. Even though it's warm, he's here he is. He won't be long now. He's showing his head a fair bit. I haven't seen Tess for a little while. She did show her head over there about 10 minutes, well not about 5 minutes ago. Here's Chewy. Good boy, Chew. Good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Chewy. The Chewmeister. One to go. Just Tess. Well, dogs have enjoyed it, ferrets enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it. It's not over yet. It's a bit windy for fishing, but I'll try and pick a spot that's a little bit protected from the wind. Something going on here. Oh, that's the last of them. That's Tess. All right, here you go, girl. Want a drink? There you go, have a drink. All right. What I might do, I've got to gut these rabbits now. I might pack the car up first, gut the rabbits, and then pack the long nets up. I don't want to leave I like to gut them as quickly as I can if I can, you know. So, yeah, no, but I don't want to gut them around his house. I'll move him. I'll go out the back there and gut them out there. All right, so let's get organised. Yeah, I'll pack these long nets up. It won't take long, 5 minutes. Just come out the back here to look at the rabbits sitting on this burrow to gut these rabbits away from Kevin's house a little bit. And the amount of rabbits I've seen on this, look at it. There's one, two, three, four. There's one running across the paddock there too. We might be in trouble. You might be in trouble. I dropped down a burrow there. The amount of rabbits I've seen sitting on this burrow here, and this burrow over here I did about 2 weeks ago. There must have been about 30 of them. This burrow just here, and I did it 2 weeks ago. So I don't know, mate. You get rid of the rabbits, and a couple of weeks later they just all move back in. And see, remember I said all these plants are dying to be able to get to all these burrows soon. See how it's all dying off? Within a week or two I'm going to hit all these burrows, and there's heaps in these burrows here. Man, I've seen just sitting out there just then. Anyway, I'll gut these rabbits, guys. Get back here. Still plenty of rabbits here, mate. Still hundreds more. Yeah, I don't know, mate. 2 weeks and it's full up like that. Great to see how many were sitting on there, because I hadn't seen that many on there because of all the grass. You couldn't see them. All of those prickles, you couldn't see them, but now all the prickles are dying off, see, and that'll all just be open. Remember I said it would just be sticks in the end, and it's almost like that already. So there's a bunch of burrows in here, and I'll get to them. Look at them out there in the open as well, along that bit of a channel. I'll catch so many rabbits here, it's ridiculous. All right, guys, look at that. That came out of a burrow I did a week ago. Remember that rock burrow? That one just there. Look, look, look. Ooh, get him, Zip. Her foot's killing her. Yeah, so still quite a few running around, isn't there? All right, get back to you guys.